Whenever you really, really want something in your life, you may find yourself thinking about it all day, scheming and planning how to get it, thinking about who's going to give it to you, or just making plans for how to get that thing that you really, really want, complaining about the fact that you don't have it, and just desiring it very, very strongly. So this might be a certain kind of house, it might be a certain kind of relationship, it might be a certain type of revenue from your business, or a certain type of client, or a certain type of job, or even a certain type of body, the way you want to look. Whatever is that thing, you know what it is, that thing you've been really, really wanting. What I want to tell you here in this video is that you've actually been not allowing it to enter into your life because you are continually offering an emotional vibration of not having it. So when you really, really, really want, I'll just tell you the story of how I realized this. So today I was doing some meditation, and for the first half of the day, I was planning how I can attract a certain kind of client for my business. I'm going through a little bit of a shift where I'm looking to change the kind of people that I'm working with. I'm looking for a certain higher quality client. The clients I have now are amazing, but I'm wanting to make sure that the people that I'm attracting in my business are people that I'm excited to work with, like my ideal client. So this is something I've been scheming, planning for a little while, confused about, trying to figure out how to get it. What do I need to do? What kind of video do I need to make? And what kind of advertisement do I need to put out, right? So I was thinking about this, and it was just feeling like a little bit of resistance, and it was getting a little bit tiring to think about. So I continued with my day. I was doing my meditation, and then as I was meditating, about maybe 45 minutes into the meditation, I was realizing that I was offering a lot of resistance to getting the thing that I want. I actually was able to notice in my emotional state that as I was sitting there in the room, I was able to be very clear and aware of the fact that I was currently feeling like I really, really, really don't have the thing that I want. Along with the type of client, I'm also looking for a house that is more quiet and more peaceful, and there's less cars everywhere and neighbors and stuff. I'm looking for a place that's a little bit more remote, but I've been having trouble finding the right place, and it's been frustrating for me. So as I was sitting there, I was just noticing like, wow, I've been thinking about this for so long, but I've been thinking about it in a way of like, oh, if only I could have that place, then I could meditate all day and there'd be no distractions and no disturbances, and everything would be easier. So I've just been wanting this thing and then planning and scheming how to get it. So in that moment, as I was sitting there, I was doing my meditation, and I noticed that I was actually feeling very strongly like, since I was making so many plans and worrying and making all these decisions for business plans, like how to get the thing that I want, in that moment, I realized that I was implying that I wasn't having the thing that I want. I was being the version of myself who was apart from the thing that I wanted, which is why being that version of myself required so much planning and scheming and being confused and thinking about it and humming it over and making plans and scrapping them and switching strategies and all of this sort of fussing, a lot of fussing to get the thing that I want. And this can be applied to anything, your diet, your relationship, whatever it is. There's a lot of fussing to get that thing that you want later. But I noticed, like, wait, what if I've dabbled in visualization practice and and this kind of stuff before. So what if I was just already there? What if I didn't need to like plan and scheme how to get the thing in the future? Wow, a bird flew right in front of me. What if I could transport myself in my mind to the feeling place of just being given the thing that I want? Like, what if someone just came up to me and said, hey, I have this house here that I can rent to you for a very low, this has actually happened to me before, where someone was asking for a sublet, where they went on vacation and I was watching over their house for months. And it was perfect because I didn't have to sign a year-long rent contract. It was just kind of happened to me. So this has actually happened to me in the past. And what if I put myself in the feeling place of like, what if I was just given the thing that I want, and then I could just feel that way that I want to feel, and just feel it now. All of a sudden, I noticed that things got a lot easier. A lot of my plans that I was making before this shift just dropped away. They seemed completely pointless afterwards. A lot of times in your life, you're doing a lot of fussing and planning and scheming to get the thing that you want, but if you switched your vibrational frequency, which I'm going to share with you a practice for how to do that in just a few minutes. When you shift your vibrational frequency to the frequency of, oh, I already have the thing that I want. I already am the person who's being in that reality, and it's easy and it's effortless and it's just my reality. It's natural for me. It just is what I am. So that's a different vibrational frequency that you're offering. The vibration of having it already feels completely different from the vibration of wanting to get it. So as an experiment, take a minute, take a deep breath, become very present. One more deep breath with me. Become very present in the moment. Let's do one more. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We'll do a long exhale. Okay, so you can call to mind something that you want, something that you've been wanting. And do your best to put yourself into that situation as though you already had it. So you can just feel like you can ask yourself the question, what if I already had that thing, that person or that relationship? Like I was already there in that house that I want, or I was already working with the type of people that I want to be working with, or I already had the money in my bank account that I wanted to have. How would that feel? I already have it. Now, don't offer this kind of resistance like, oh, Adam, this is just this is a waste of time, or oh, I shouldn't do this, or I'm not allowed to feel this way, or we're just lying to ourselves. No, it's not about that. I'm just saying, just as a thought experiment, just to test the difference between the different feelings, just as an imagination exercise. I'm not saying this is, the only thing you have to do, but just what if you already had the thing that you want? And really feel it though, really be there for a minute. Imagine you didn't have to worry about it. It was taken care of. It was given to you in an easy, effortless sort of way. The money kind of handled itself. It was paid for on its own. And, sometimes that happens in life. Sometimes you're gifted something, or being in that situation allows the money to come. So just imagine the practicality, the logistics are handled. And you're just there in your ideal scenario. If this exercise is a little troubling for you, if it's hard, that's already proof and evidence that how difficult it is, how out of alignment you may have been. If it feels difficult and unnatural for you to just have that thing that you want, if it feels almost scary or unnerving, that's exactly why you don't have it. Because you're so used to offering the vibration of wanting it, needing it, craving for it, praying for it, wishing that you could have it, planning for it, scheming to get it, trying to figure it out on your own. What I'm advocating for here in this video is to allow it to come into your life. And the way you can do that is by being the type of person, or feeling the way you would feel as though it's already yours. When you do this, you lower resistance. So I'm going to give you another exercise now that you can do that will help with this process. This exercise I got from Esther and Jerry Hicks' book, Ask and It Is Given. So after I finished my meditation today, I was like, whoa, that was a huge shift. And then this book just kind of was on my shelf, and it just popped out to me. So I grabbed it and I opened it, and then the first page that I landed on was this exercise, and it was very helpful for me. So this is kind of my process for discovering wisdom. I just have hundreds of books in my house, and I find good info. Okay, so this is called the Creative Workshop Process. I recommend buying this book for yourself and reading it. It's a serious banger. It's on my book list as well. This will help you to lower resistance to the thing that you want, so that it comes into your life more easily. It feels more natural for you to have it, and you will allow it to come into your life instead of fighting to get it, which is a lot of resistance to getting it. Instead, just allowing it to enter, allowing it to come in. Okay, so the creative workshop process, what you do is, ideally you take a piece of paper and a pen, and you do this when you already feel pretty good. So you don't do this exercise when you feel horrible and you want to die, and then you try to do this exercise in an attempt to feel better. It's meant to be done when you're feeling neutral or positive. So you feel optimistic, or you feel all right, feel a bit lighthearted. And this is an exercise that's meant to be done in a relaxed way. It doesn't require force or struggle in any way. It's just fun as a test, just a little bit at a time. You don't have to go too crazy. You can do it for 10 minutes a day, okay? So what you do is, we're going to be thinking about 4 categories of our life: your body, your home, your relationship, and your work. All right, so for each one of these categories, so you start with your body, you can write a couple things that you want your body to be. So for example, I want to return to my ideal body weight. I want to get a great haircut. I want to find some wonderful clothes. I want to feel strong and fit. So you just write down a couple things you want for your body. And then for each item that you write 3 or 4 reasons why you want that. So I want to return to my ideal body weight because I feel best when I'm at that weight. Because I'll be able to wear some of my favorite clothes. Because it will be fun to shop for a new wardrobe. I want to get a great haircut because I want to look good. Because a great haircut is easier to manage. Because when my hair is cut well, it takes less time to look good. I want to find some wonderful new clothes because new clothes always make me feel good. Because I like looking good. Because I like people responding to me in a positive way. Because they always give me a fresh outlook. All right, so the reason why we focus on why is because most of the time, like I mentioned, we're always focusing on how we're going to get it, who's going to give it to us, and what we need to do in order to receive it. And that is a vibration of resistance usually. It's usually very stressful to think about that, especially if you don't know how you're going to get it. It's stressful. You don't know. So there's resistance. So instead, instead of how we're going to get it, we focus on why we want it. And this allows our mind to really stew in that energy of already having it. Okay, it helps to release resistance. And you got to do this for yourself. You actually have to do this exercise. I recommend it's something to try. It's very powerful. So let's try for house, my home. I want to find some really great furniture. I want to get more organized. I want sliding shelves in the cupboards where I keep my pans. I want beautiful tile in my bathroom. And so, why do you want to get really good, great furniture? Because it's so much fun to make changes. Because I love entertaining and I want my home to feel good. Because it will be easier to get organized. Because furniture adds so much to a home. And so forth. So now we would go on to relationships. So you would just pick a relationship that feels most significant to you at the time of doing the writing. And remember, guys, when we're doing these answers, we're just like, you're just writing the first thing that comes to your mind. It should feel effortless. There's no right or wrong way to do it. The only wrong way to do it would be to like put too much emphasis on it or to force it or to think like, oh, if I do this magic ritual, then I will get that thing I want in the future. So you're still focused on doing things to get what you want. That's not what we're doing, right? We're just focusing our mind and attention on what we want and why. And we're hands off about it. It's not a big deal, okay? We're just doing it for fun because it's an interesting exercise. Let's just see what happens, okay? We're just exploring, experimenting. Okay, so relationship. I want to spend more time together. I want to have more fun together. I want to eat out together more often. I want to relax more and play more often. So let's look at one example. I want to have more fun together because that's the first thing we loved about each other. because I love laughing, because I love finding even more things to do that are fun, because having fun feels so good. Then you'd move on to the next one. So you do 4 reasons for each, 3 or 4 reasons for each thing that you want. And then the last one is your work. I want to make more money. I want to feel excited about what I'm doing. I want to enjoy the people I work with. I want to feel a stronger sense of purpose. So why do I want to make more money? Because I want to buy a new car. Because I feel proud of what I'm accomplishing. Because there are so many fun places to go and interesting things to do. Because it will feel good to pay off some bills. I want to feel a stronger sense of purpose because I want to make a difference. Because I love getting a hold of an idea and running with it. Because I love the feeling of wanting to go to work. Because I love the experience of getting a great new idea. All right? So you do this exercise once a day, every single day. You can do it for a week or 2, every single day, 10, 15 minutes. You can do it in your head, although it is a little bit more powerful to do it with a pen and paper in a quiet place where you can really focus. It's more powerful if you write it. And yeah, be loose about it, have fun with it, and realize if there is a shift in your internal state of being after doing the exercise. So remember, we're going into the exercise from a neutral place or just a calm optimism, like lighthearted energy. It's not like we're not like depressed and angry and hating our lives going into this exercise. It's just like when you feel okay during the day, you can do this. And what this will do is it will bring more of the feelings of already having the thing that you want in all areas of your life, and in the most important areas, body, home, relationship, and work. These are like 4 key areas of your life that most people feel dissatisfied with, that most people desire more things for. So you're focusing on what do I want? And then you're bringing that energy of already having what you want into your life. Because once you think about what you want, you then systematically think about why you want it. So then you can already sort of live in that hypothetical scenario of, if I already had this, then I would be more free. I would be more abundant. I would be this and that and so forth. All right? So, yeah, this is a very powerful way to feel more good in your life and to release resistance to your desires. So throughout your life, you have experiences of things you may not like, things you don't want. So most of your day, it says this in the book, most of your day is like you exploring around to get more clear about what you actually want. In fact, I should just read it from the book. All right? It's easy to make content because I just bring you info that other people wrote. See, easy life. Definitely go buy this book. It's phenomenal. So this is a little poem that they wrote. It's called "Welcome, Little One, to Planet Earth." And I'm gonna leave off the video with this. If we were speaking to you on your first day of physical life experience, this is what we would have said to you. Welcome, little one, to planet Earth. There is nothing that you cannot be, do, or have. You are a magnificent creator, and you are here by your powerful and deliberate desire to be here. You have specifically applied the wondrous law of deliberate creation, and by your ability to do that, you are here. Go forth and attract life experience to help you decide what you want. And once you have decided, give thought only to that. Most of your time will be spent collecting data that will help you decide what it is you want. But your real work is to decide what you want and then focus upon it. For it is through focusing upon what you want that you will attract it. That is the process of creating. All right? Yeah, this is not natural for us. We're conditioned to focus on what we don't want. Our parents condition us to they disapprove of us. We are conditioned to focus on the parts of ourselves that we don't like, that are not good enough. So this practice that you can do can gradually throughout the days help you to slowly recondition your thinking to be a little bit more light and to be a little bit more focused on what you want and why in all areas of your life. And this will allow good things to come into your life more. And then you will want more things. And then you can continue doing this exercise really for the rest of your life. This is one example of hundreds of ways that you can work towards creating the reality that you love in a spontaneous, effortless, and fun sort of way that doesn't require wanting and being dissatisfied by not having the thing that you want. So one reason that you've come to Earth is to learn this. This is information. It's universal information. It's very powerful. And this is one of the reasons why you've even incarnated in the flesh suit, so that you can be dissatisfied, you can learn what's not working, and then you can get more clear about how to create your desired life in a way that is harmonious with the universe. So there's nothing wrong with you wanting things. That's fine. It's actually your right to have what you want in your life. And you have to learn how to allow it into your vibrational field. You have to allow what you want into your life by being in the vibrational field of focusing on already having and feeling the feeling of already having it and enjoying it and appreciating the fact that you already have it and being thankful for it. So when you focus your mind less on what you have now, because if all you do is focus on what you have now, you're going to keep getting what you have now. You need to focus on more on what you want. Then what you have will be what you want. All right. Hope this video is helpful for you. If you would like a place to discuss these ideas and meet people who are interested in these ideas and talk to me and ask questions, come hang out in our free school community. I'm hoping to create a chill, relaxing environment where we can chat. There's live calls on there that I'm excited about. And we're looking to help you create the life of your dreams, to actualize your full potential, and to be happy. All right. Thanks for watching. Peace.